Yo, what it is, y'all? It's your boy, Nate FaZe, man. I'm here with a video, man. Another video, another banger for y'all, man. So, we're gonna talk today, man. We're gonna talk a lot. Because there's a question that I get asked a lot, you know, just because I am in barber school right now. So, I'm basically gonna break down everything you need to know. I'm gonna just keep it a beam with you. I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. The main question is barber school even worth it? Is it worth paying bread to go to barber school? And I'm going to be 100% honest with you, just from my experience of what I'm going through right now. I want to say yes and no. And I'm going to break down everything. You know, I'm going to break down the reasons and everything for that. Let's go with yes first. Yes, because at the end of the day, to get your license, you got to have a certain amount of hours either in a shop or in a school. So regardless, you have to do it unless you're going to do this shit without a license, which is now with everything being so strict, it's harder to do that. Don't get it twisted though. You could work in a barbershop without a license. It just got to be kind of low key. As long as your owner got the license and everybody around you got a license, you'll be straight. Because there's a lot of barbers that are not licensed that just know how to cut. You know what I'm saying? Having a license doesn't mean you know how to cut great. You can have a license and not know how to cut. And that's the bad part about it. Because, you know, in the state that I'm in, Florida, you know, the school that I'm currently going to, I'm in the second block as of right now. It's more so a lot of like in the books. Don't get it twisted. Half of the day we'll go and do some like mannequin shit and get into the shop, which is definitely, you know, helping. It's not like no help at all. But a lot of it is the books, because at the end of the day, the state and board and all that, they just want to make sure that we keep everything clean and sanitized, that everybody's healthy. That's all they really care about. They don't really care about if you know how to cut or not. Now, what's gonna make you the money? Cleaning up clippers or knowing how to cut? And that's why I go into it as, at the end of the day, I could go through this school, pass the exam because I just know the fuck I'm doing it. I might not know how to cut at all. I might go into a shop and fuck up everybody's head. Mind you, that's not me. I'm just speaking hypothetically. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I know what I'm doing. You feel me? Book me, link in bio. But no, like, going back to it for real. Like I was saying though, like, at the end of the day, they just want to make sure that you're clean. When that FDR, whoever the statewide, comes in there and examines your shop unexpectedly, that you got all your sanitation on check. You got everything on check. You're not harming nobody. You're not harming yourself. Everybody's in regulation. Excuse me. So that's the main thing they're looking for. That's why this test is like 100 questions, and none of it is how to fade. None of it is how. Most of it is sanitation, health, this, and that. How to clean this, how to clean that, the history of it. That's all this test is. So going into, is it worth it? Of course it's worth it, because at the end of the day, you want to be able to get your license and be able to work at any shop you want and eventually open up your own shop if that's your dream. Is it is it mandatory to learn how to actually cut hair? No. But mind you, there's certain institutions, there's bigger institutions that teach more of the school end, I believe, but they don't say that. You know what I mean? And then there's like smaller ones that are like 6,000, shit like that, where you're actually in the shop the whole time actually working. Do your research. I'm gonna tell you right now, do your research before going to a school. You know what I mean? Do hardcore research. Ask people around. Ask barbers tips on what they did, how they did it. Because at the end of the day, man, you could go on YouTube and YouTube a haircut and just learn by visualizing what he's doing and rewatching it and practicing on your family, practicing on your friends. And you could learn how to cut hair, because there's so many motherfuckers that know how to cut hair by just visually and practicing. That's how it really starts at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And then eventually they get their license because they've had enough hours in the shop. At the end of the day, as long as you have a portfolio of you knowing how to cut, there's going to be barbershop owners that's like, fuck it, we'll let you be in the shop. As long as you bringing them in clientele, money, and then at the end of the day, you doing the right things and keeping everything safe, you're going to be solid. But, you know, at the end of the day, I think of it as a wider span. You know what I'm saying? I want to be set in the future. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my career. So if you're thinking of it as, look, let me lock in, finish off school. It's only, some of them are only 7 to 9 months to a year. It's not that much, you know what I'm saying? The money comes into play when it comes to $21,000 for a school. This, and that. Then that's when shit starts kicking in. Like, do I really want to pay that much for this, you know what I'm saying? So it really depends on what you prefer to do, but at the end of the day, you know, think of the long-term goal first, you know what I'm saying? But you also should pinpoint little short-term goals as well. Damn, I can't speak. But, you know, for me, you know, eventually I want to be able to have people work for me, open up my own shop, open up my own little studio, like stuff like that. You can't do that without having a master's license. You know what I'm saying? Eventually you can later on when you're established and you have enough money, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But, you know, I think it is a good idea. It's really based on preference, but just do your research. At the end of the day, do your research. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the time, a lot of barber schools are mostly going to teach you, the main focus is going to be like the ins and outs of the schooling part, is the test. You know what I'm saying? The sanitation, the health, what comes with it. Not necessarily the blurry fades or the nice lineups or the enhancements or that stuff you're going to have to kind of learn on your own. But it's easily to learn. It's possible to learn. Because half these barbers that learn how to cut hair, they do it on their own. They learn it on their own. You could really go on YouTube and they could really teach you how to do a simple haircut like that. And I'm just being dead ass honest with you because I just want y'all to get the best experience you can with what you're doing. So for me, as of right now, I'm not the most experienced barber. I'm not the best barber in the world. No, I'm not. I'm going to get there hopefully one day, and that's my goal and dream. But as of right now, out of what I know, I feel like I'm a little more advanced in the class that I'm in. So I'm kind of giving y'all some pointers before you make that next step in your life. You know what I'm saying? But the biggest thing is, man, is do your research, man. Are you willing to, you know, go to school every day and be dedicated to it, man? It's a juggle, bro. Because at the end of the day, you know, it's just like normal life, man. I'm not going to say like it's the hardest thing, but you got to manage going to school, going to work. You know, it's going to take some time out of your regular lives now, going back into school, however old you are. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, man, the end of the day, bro, is the main goal right now is to get your license, bro. Get your license. Keep practicing. Get the right clippers. You know what I'm saying? Just keep your sanitation up. Bro, practice is key. But at the end of the day, if you practicing, by the time you get to that block 4 about to graduate, man, once you have your license and you take that exam, bro, and you have your portfolio, just take pictures, videos of everything you do, man. Progress your work. Progress your work. Save your work. Once it gets to the point of you know, oh, it's time to get into a shop. It's time to start talking to barber shops, seeing what's up. Once you got that portfolio and they see that license, they're gonna be, all right, come on. Or you do your own shit. You work from home. You do this. You travel. You know what I'm saying? Main thing is like that. You know what I mean? So, is it worth it? Overall answer, I'm gonna say yes, because you do need it in order to even move successfully in barbering. Excuse me, it is worth it, but do your research, because there's alternatives that you could do, or different schools that you can take, or different routes or plans or methods that you can use. But at the end of the day, just know that majority of the barber schools are mostly going to be taught on sanitation and safety rules, because they want you to pass the exam. That's all they care about. If you got a really good teacher that cares about showing you how to get right, stick with him, talk to him, talk to her, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I would say during this whole time of barber school, continue to watch how to do certain haircuts online. Continue to like do your own type of work at home, you know what I'm saying? Do that extra work needed, not just what they telling you do on mannequins. Because at the end of the day, a mannequin, you're not gonna get a blurry fade out of a mannequin. It's not possible. These mannequins aren't real people. They're not real skin textures. They're not real coarse hair. They're not looser hair. They're not all that. So, you know what I mean? Practice on your friends. Practice. Just do everything you can, and, you know, make sure you're doing what you gotta do. But at the end of the day, man, it's worth it, man. And I'm glad to, you know, tell y'all. Any questions y'all got, man, I'm currently in school right now. Trust me, so I know. So any questions y'all got, y'all could DM me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could comment under the video. You know what I'm saying? Like, any other questions you got, I can make another video about it as well. Different video, but I'm just bringing you throughout the journey so that whatever experience y'all go through, y'all see me witnessing it right now. So, you know what I'm saying? So, I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all lock in, man. I love y'all, man. Nate Faze, man. And we back, baby. We out.